Welcome. My name is Carl Fraser and I'm the winemaker here at Murdoch James Estate. We're going to take you around the vineyard, but before we do, this is really the place to start because it really represents what we're all about. Honouring the old ways, using our hands, and really expressing the beauty of the vineyard in the wine. But before we taste any wine, let's go and have a look at where it all starts from, the beautiful Blue Rock vineyard. Where I'm standing is actually ancient seabed, and this very lime-rich soil has a profound effect on the final wine. It really highlights those very delicate aromatics, those very haunting violet characters, and gives the wine a really smooth kind of texture. And because we're on ancient seabed, we're constantly finding shells like this in the vineyard. There's a very special character about this place. There's this really special feeling, and you can see it in the faces of the people who visit, just as much as you can see it in the faces of those who work here. This is Abel Clone Pinot, which is a very famous clone of Pinot Noir in New Zealand. And of all our grapes, this one really expresses that ancient seabed the best. And if you look at these grapes, they're about 2 months away from picking, but they're really not going to get an awful lot bigger than this. And you can see these are very, very small. Now, when you realise that most of the flavour from the grape comes from the skin, when you look at these, you can just see that they're going to be absolutely full of very intense flavours. So now we come to the fun part. We're going to taste some wine together, and it's really important to understand that when we first pour a wine, it can often be really, really shy and retiring. It takes a little bit of time for those lovely aromatics to start lifting off the wine. When we taste it, obviously swirling it around really gives it a bit of an aromatic lift. And if you've got a clean hand and you pop that on top of your glass and then swirl it, we're going to keep those aromatics trapped in the glass. And then when you put your big nose right inside, you'll notice a much more intense sense of aroma. What our aim is in the winery when we're making wine is that we want to take the best qualities of the fruit and we want to make decisions for that fruit that's going to really allow that fruit to really, really shine. With all our wines, what we want to do is we really want the first touch on the palate to be very, very soft. A really soft, silky feeling, and then for the flavours to build. And if we can achieve that, what happens is that the wine doesn't show you everything at once. It slowly reveals itself and really takes you on a journey. All right, enough talking, I'm going to taste it now. Now, if you're not driving, you can spit backwards instead of spitting into a bucket. Now, what we've got here is a lovely, smooth, silky texture and just a lovely array of flavours that just keep following one after the other, after the other. At Murdoch James, right from the vineyard, right through in the winery, at every part of the process, we're going to really extreme lengths to make tiny improvements in the wine. And what we really, really hope is that at the end of the day, all of those tiny improvements are going to add up to a really, really big difference. And I tell you what, after all that hard work, the best thing for us is when we get to share a glass of it with you.